Hello, everyone. Happy fall. Tonight we have some updates and some mail, and hopefully we'll have a little fun tonight. Really great weather for being outside. Campfire, hot coffee, hot cocoa. Helga, hi. Great to see you. How the heck are you? I wasn't sure if I was going to go live tonight. Decided to. What the heck? I'm in good mood. Went out for ice cream, so I'm a little late. My son wanted to go to Culver's. I stopped and got some mail. Had to check the mail before going live tonight, just in case I got word from Beirut the Owl. Still no word from Betty. I may have to call her. Not sure I'm comfortable calling Beirut the Owl because she hasn't personally given me her phone number, but I was Googling her and saw it. Certainly worried about her. This is unlike her to disappear for so long. It's really too bad. No worried about her. Pennsylvania Dutch chicken and waffles. Oh man, that sounds really good. I don't think I've actually had waffles with chicken before. Hear that a lot. I have to try that someday. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't done it yet, but I've got to put up my kitchen invite video tonight. That's going to take some typing because I've got quite a recipe to put in for that one. It's a lot of work putting in the recipes, but it would be a nightmare to see someone do a wonderful thing on a video and you want to try it, but there's no recipe. That would be awful, and I'd hate to do that to anyone. But tonight's kitchen invite video will have some food and a pretty good recipe. I think I've already done a video on it before, but it's one of my favorites. It got cool here now, so good. It's chicken and gravy over waffles with mashed taters, corn, and applesauce. I've never had that before. You're welcome. Yes. Gotta add the recipe. Got to. It would just be too mean to tease someone with something yummy, and just so happens someone wants to actually try it, and they can't. Even though I just throw things together, I've got to put in a recipe. Well, as you know, Helga, I hurt myself pretty bad. So I hadn't been able to get out and do all the things I said I was going to do last time. But I did manage to go out and finish my Douglas fir series and found an even cooler cone. I just can't believe for 2 months I was trying to find one of these. And when you find one after looking for 2 months, it's pretty awesome. It's like gold. These things are so cool. They're so different. Doug fir cone. Big dog leather. Hello. Helga must have shared the chat again. I keep forgetting to do that. Probably be smart of me to share mine on my Facebook page. It makes a big difference when you share a chat. Kind of silly not to. There we go, Facebook. All right, come hang out. Short and sweet. I was going to mention that this is the first Fatwood Anonymous where I've actually gone live and not had a Fatwood hunt to talk about. But I do. Since my last Fatwood Anonymous, I've injured myself the very next day, so I haven't been able to get out and do much, and most of the videos I've put out were already recorded. 805 Road King, Scout for Life, hello. So yeah, I re-hurt myself. I lifted more than I should have at the grocery store. I should have asked for help. And I felt pain in my spine that I haven't felt since before my transplant. Well, thanks, 805 Broadkey. Commenting on my video. Arcane Amusement. Hello. So far, my back's getting better. I was really worried that I was going to be laid up for another 7 years like the last time. My back is very sensitive. I have very complicated degenerative disc disease. And my life was on pause for a good 7-8 years, and I couldn't do much. I couldn't sit or stand. Only relief I could get was laying on my side and taking walks every 15 minutes. For 7 years, I was skin and bone. It was awful. I finally got some good help and some good doctors. And since my transplant, my back does not hurt as bad. And I've been able to return to life again and travel and hike and do fun things. And this has been great. So when I hurt my back, I got really scared that it was going to be bad again. But I'm doing good. And I'm behaving, let my back heal. I don't want to be laid up again like before. Then I pulled the damn muscle in my hip. Oh, that was the worst. I've been dealing with hip pain all year, and I'm going to finally start physical therapy for that. That's been slowing me down. I was just about to start going camping again. Next year, I'm confident I'll be able to go camping and fishing again. I'll behave myself and not overdo it. Yeah, back pain is no joke. I have some interesting, different type of back pains that are really bad. And this pain that I dealt with in the last 2 weeks is the kind where if I'm standing in line at a grocery store or at the pharmacy and I'm holding myself up with my cane, I'm in so much pain and I'm so fragile that if someone bumped me, I would go down on the floor that quick. So it's really scary. It's like my frame is almost broke in one little bump. That's how it feels. I have a really bad degenerative disc disease. And hopefully no more 9, 10 on the scale, pain scale. Hopefully no more of those days. But I did get to do some fatwood hunting now that I think about it. Because usually I don't go 2 weeks without some kind of hiking or finding fatwood. And I actually did. Yes, pain issues are no fun. Definitely no fun. I got so used to my chronic pain being medium high. So this last 2 weeks was like, wow, don't take your abilities for granted, Shlisa. Gonna make sure I ask for help at the grocery store from now on. And be careful about how much fatwood I haul out of the woods. I'm fixing to R&R the red rectangle to fix the bell. Please disregard the notification again. Sorry. Don't worry about it, Arcade Amusement. It happens to a lot of people. There was a while there where I wondered, why are they subscribing to me when they were subscribed before? And some people would subscribe to me like every few months. Then I learned about the notification bell. And the only way to get it to go back on is to unsubscribe and subscribe. So, I totally understand Arcane Amusement. Thank you for that. I'm surprised how many people use the bell. It's pretty awesome. So, I do have some fatwood to show off. It's not stuff that I found recently. It was actually a month ago. And this fatwood is very exciting because someone had gifted me a piece similar to this a year and a half ago. And it's been the most amazing piece of fatwood I have. And it wasn't until recently where I found my own piece like it. It was a rectangular flat piece of fatwood that was like a sandwich. It was 2 pieces with a layer of crusty, clear, white resin in the center. Quite amazing. And since doing fatwood, I've been learning all about the anatomy of the tree and how it forms. And I've actually got myself some this time. I've got a small piece right here where you can see there's 2 layers with the crusty resin down the center. This stuff is really cool. And it's pretty awesome, and I could never figure out how that happened till I found myself my own. And it's, you're gonna yell at me now because I'm lifting heavy stuff with my back bad, but I got such a big piece that I had to break it down into a few pieces. And what I figured out is what causes that line with the layer of resin is most pine knots have this collar, and it rests in that collar, and in between this and the actual branch is a rather thick layer of resin. And sometimes you get knots where they cluster. You notice how these 2 branches are separate, so these aren't connected. So you have a layer in between this branch and a layer in between that branch. I have this very interesting piece that's actually a cluster of several branches. So here's a branch, everywhere a branch. And then this is actually the collar, very large collar, holding those pine knots, those branches. And there's your layer. So this is actually a massive collar that holds the branches. And there's your space in between with the resin. And that's very fascinating. It's quite a huge piece, but there is a very thick layer of resin right down the center that's sandwiched in there. It's very cool. I always see pieces like this in a small form, like I just showed you. But this is a very large form. Very cool piece. And these are all solid fatwood. I found that very fascinating. So I have my own sandwich fatwood. Old school with a modern twist. Good to see you. Now I'm covered in punkwood. So yeah, it's very cool. Yes, very cool indeed. I just never get bored of it. I always learn something interesting. Very cool fatwood. And like I said, I returned to the Douglas fir to finish my Douglas fir series. I still have that video to put up. I've been down for a while. And I got more combs. And I actually was able to collect some of the fatwood, but these are just decorative trees from a park. So they're just like when I first started collecting fatwood. They're just little crusty pieces. But I brought these home just to burn and see what the resin was like. Some are very resiny and very sticky. So I want to do my Douglas fir series finale live. I want to actually edit my video, put it up, and share it on the screen live with the chat rolling, and we can chat back and forth as the show's rolling. And after the show's over, you know, for whoever can make it at the time, I'll keep it short so anyone can rewatch it later. But after the show's over, we can discuss it and do a Q&A. It'll be a short, like 15 to 20-minute live stream. I was thinking about doing that. It's rather late to be doing my series finale, but I've been down for a couple of weeks, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'd like to do it live and interactive. Textbook lesson on one of your crafts. Owen, good to see you. So I thought I'd try something different, and I have all the video clips to finish my Douglas fir series finale, and I'll probably put up like a short little 2-minute commercial, let everyone know. Hopefully I can pick a time where everyone can show up or at least most can, and do my video live with the discussion going, and finish it off short so people can replay and watch it later. Prep for it. Fatwood chat. Yeah, a lot of people have been working hard lately. A lodgepole pine. I still have not found one of those yet. I can't believe I just finally learned about the jack pine. All this time I thought the jack pines were tiny little things, and they get pretty big. Definitely would love to find a lodgepole pine. Hey, G Trapper, how you doing? So for those of you who missed it, I have a pretty good sized piece with a thick crusty layer of resin down the center, and I really honestly don't know what the heck I'm going to do with this gigantic piece, but I do have a few small pieces that are more practical. Actually, I had this piece out this morning with an army man on it. Crap, I knocked some of the moss off. But I had this piece out this morning thinking about doing a video with Bones Yard hopping around on it and do a stop motion. Still waiting to get a little bit better. That's why I didn't put up a stop motion video yesterday. Even though I have enough clips to edit a new stop motion video, I've been down with my back for 2 weeks. But I would like to, this would actually make a good piece for a silly Army Man Wars video with Bones Yard and stop motion. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I think that piece would come in handy for that. Other than that, if I'm going to break off any pieces to use, it'll be from the bottom piece. 57 Red Rooster, big gas. Welcome, thanks for coming. Oh, you got a lot of catching up to do, Owen. I get behind. I think I'm always behind. It's really tough. Let's see. I always forget to do a thumbnail. There we go. Let's see. Thumbnail. After every live stream, I scroll through my video and try to find a decent thumbnail, a decent picture of me actually looking into the camera and holding something up. But because I'm always talking into the camera when I'm holding something up, it's really hard for me to scroll through my live stream and find a good still for my thumbnail. I've got to remember, I keep forgetting. Do a thumbnail during the live stream before I leave. Triumph Screen Printing. Cheers. And happy fall to you all. I am excited. I love fall. I would like it if fall began in August and lasted till Christmas. Little hen, hey, how the heck are you? Gosh, I hope you're doing great. I'm sure you're doing great. It was great to see you on that video picking them berries. Yeah, I need an assistant to hand the Fatwood, especially with my back right now. Yeah, I've already got a clip of, well, I can't give it away, with the Bones Yard. It's going to be funny. I hope I can get it done. Always some videos that I want to do, but never enough time, and not always, my body's not always being nice to me. So I got to be nice to it. Only 11 more and Shlisa will hit 1,000. Oh boy. That'd be cool. I'm kind of hoping I hit 1,000 right around the same time I hit my 2-year mark. That way I can if I'm in the mood, I gotta be in the mood to do like a video, a celebration, a milestone. But it looks like if I keep going slow, I'll hit 1,000 around the time I hit the 2-year mark. I think October 23rd is my 2-year creating videos on YouTube anniversary. But yeah, if I can make it till October and then hit it then, make a little tribute milestone video. I used to love making those. I don't know why I haven't been in the mood much lately to make one. I think I've been a little down in the dumps because I still can't do all that I want to do. It's hard seeing people do things on videos that you used to be able to do and you can't and you want to. It's tough. I'm sure there's a lot of us that feel that way. I'd love to go running around up and down the creek throwing the fishing pole, and soon enough, I was that close. I was getting ready to go camping, and I was considering getting my fishing license renewed, and I hurt myself. Now I gotta be good, getting better. P2E, how you doing? Great to see you. So I wasn't able to do Fatwood Anonymous at 6:30 like I usually do, but big deal, right? You know, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna be feeling good enough to do it tonight. I'm glad I did. Started it at 7:30 instead, Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, however that works. Usually we're doing trivia at 7:30. Boy, last trivia didn't go so well. What was I going to do for trivia this time? Oh, man. Seemed like there was something. It wasn't campfire. Or was it? No. Like campfire was the last time. There was something I was going to look up. I was also thinking about having like a emoji competition. See who could put up the quickest animals or stuff. That'd be kind of silly. Talk about kid stuff. I've been for a long time now. Yeah, moods are funny, aren't they, Owen? I've really learned with my moods. Sometimes I get in the same old thing and I gotta change it up. Change up something. So I have to continuously change things up to keep my mood up. Whether it's move the furniture around, rearrange the shelves in the kitchen, or listen to different music, or drive a different route. I try to change things up and try to keep me up. Lately, I was getting a little bored of hiking the same old place, so I went to a new place. That was pretty cool. I really miss hiking right now. I usually hike every day, and I've only gone hiking twice in the last 2 weeks. Keeping all my walks close to home and close to the car, just in case my back goes ouchy. Wouldn't be good for me to be way out on a trail and not be able to make it back. So being good. Hello, Calvin's Corner 72. Listen to my singing will really bring you all down. Oh, shut up. I still can't. Well, we're all humble about things that we're good at. And Calvin is a damn good singer. Seemed like it was kind of hard for us to get him to actually sing. We love your singing, Calvin. And we can tell you enjoy it. And you got good choice in music. That helps too. Yes, change is good. Sometimes change sucks too, but change is good. Like this Google stuff that's been changing in Windows. We'll get used to it, but whew. Okay, so yes. I'm grateful that you do stop in, even though you're getting ready from work, Calvin. Always grateful. I understand you, Calvin, and Rosa Frussel Outdoors and Helga. Some people work Sunday evenings, some people work Sunday nights, and it's always really nice of you to stop in and say hi. It's pretty cool. It's very nice. So before the live stream tonight, I had to stop and double check and make sure I didn't get anything from Beirut the Owl, or see if I did. I still haven't got any word from the owl. I'm tempted to call the number I found on Google. I don't want to be a stalker, but didn't get nothing from Beirut the Owl yet. But I did get a mail, and I feel a little bad. I hadn't been to the post office in 2 weeks, and it looks like it was mailed out August 31st, and it's from the last grown up in the world, Carly. As a matter of fact, I should drop that link real quick. Holy cow. I didn't realize that till now. Helga's not a moderator. And neither is Big Kaz. Let's see here. All right. So I have a package, and I've really gotten to know Carly well. The last Grown Up in the Woods. She's been really helpful with me with some of the tree identification. It's one thing I love about the last Grown Up in the Woods channel is she does a lot of outdoor tree identification, edible foods, you know, wild foraging. And I was not expecting her to send me a package. Kind of wondering if it's something that I've been wanting, but I couldn't afford. It feels like it, but I shouldn't say that because I haven't opened it yet. All right, here's the link here. And as much as I'd love to go out in the woods, hey V-Borg, how you doing? As much as I'd love to go out in the woods and make a fun, silly video of a mail call, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get out in the woods yet. I think you still better wait another week or two. So I'm going to open my package from the last Grown Up in the Woods. I guess it would help if I hit enter. So I'm going to open my package from the last Grown Up in the Woods live. Hopefully she doesn't mind. And if it's something awful, sorry, but I won't be able to show you. Survivor Metal Man. Fatwood mothers. Woo! Keeping the Fatwood heavy, brother. Real heavy. Oh, man. Okay. So you guys know I like to wear a lot of headbands and buffs and all that. I love buffs. And I've been wanting a buff from the last Grown Up in the Woods. Maybe I finally... They're so expensive. Almost wonder if maybe I actually did buy it and just forgot, but I don't think I did. Wow. It's so bright. Maybe I did buy it. No. Oh, yep. And she's only got a few left. I didn't think I bought one. I know I've been trying to buy one. She says, Shlisa, I decided to just give away my last few buffs, and I remembered you saying you've been eyeing them up. Turns out I don't have to send you a Dougie cone after all. Take care, Carly. She was going to send me a Douglas fir cone, but I found my own. And Carly, if and when you watch this, thank you. And everyone you're dying to see, I have been wanting to buy one of these for so long, and I knew there was only a few left. I wear the heck out of my buffs. It's a very bright green. If you go to that link in the description real quick, you'll see that's her profile picture. Oh my gosh. I just love the bright color. Oh. Okay, here we go. There it is. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. If I ever come across some more money again, like I did last year and got all those custom cards and postcards and stickers, I'd like to get me some buffs. And man, how cool is that? Woohoo! Throw that old thing off. There we go. Oh, wow. It's silky. Oh, it's so exciting that I got one before they're all gone. Ta-da! Or I should thumbnail time. Let me fix my moss. Ta-da! Ain't that a badass piece of fatwood for you guys that weren't in here? This is a nice chunk. Thick layer of resin all the way through the center. Man, that thing's heavy. There's the center of it. Love that stuff. Yeah, I mentioned to go fatwood hunting again soon, but I gotta take it easy. I start physical therapy soon for my hip, and maybe we'll be able to add in a little more physical therapy for my back with my degenerative disc disease. I'm waiting all year to start this darn physical therapy. Get all my x-rays and MRIs done. And I can go further. Hey, Dark Matter, how you doing? Yeah, I'm ready to get moving again. I was at the top. I was hiking 5 miles a day at least for a couple months there. I've been doing so good. Guess I need to get reminded once in a while not to take things for granted. Stalker knocking that hip out. I think that's about when it started. No, it started before I met Steve. Ooh, dislocation. Yikes. Oh, so what happened last Monday night? The Monday before last Monday, I hurt my back, my degenerative disc. Thank God it's got better. But last Monday, I was at a good 9 on the pain scale, and I had to go to bed, and I was trying to be careful, and I wasn't watching my hip, and I went to turn, and it just, you could feel the whole muscle go. And I was moaning and groaning like a bear. I was like, oh, it was so bad. I had just been watching the Alone series TV show, and I was wishing I could had a helicopter come evacuate me. It was so bad. Man, I was digging through the cupboards looking for anything for pain and icy hots, and oh man, I was moaning and groaning like a bear when I pulled my hip muscle or what it was. Whew, that was bad. It's only been a week. I'm getting better though. Whew. And where the heck is Dr. Steve? He's been pretty busy lately working on his house. Oh, he must be real busy. He hasn't been looking at his phone for a few hours. And I don't blame Steve, man. Trying to get your house bought and you're no longer renting it. It's like time to fix it up because it's your house. That's what he's been doing. He's been pretty busy at it. I think that's why he missed a few of his live streams and canceled a few. Been really working hard at getting his house back together. It's got to feel pretty damn good. Stalker Steve owns his house. I've never had that feeling. I've owned lots of cars, but I've never actually owned a piece of property or a house. I have the opportunity to buy this house here for dirt cheap, but I don't want to live in town. I moved here to be close to dialysis and to be close to the bus system in case my car breaks down and this and that. I was going through a lot. I could move now and I live just about anywhere I want to now. I don't know. It's really tough, but I could buy my house pretty cheap. Can't say I want to live the rest of my life in the city, though. Not in the city. On the edge. The 88 Katana. Yo, yo, yo. What's happening? Great to see you. How the heck are you? I'm so glad I went live tonight. I honestly, for the last few days, didn't think I was going to be able to because my mood has been, I've been really scared. When I hurt my back, I really thought my life was going to go back on pause, like before I started YouTubing. I mean, it get that bad where you just can't travel, you can't hike. My mood was, I was a little scared that I was going to be stuck in pain for another 7 years like I was before. Awesome, you're doing great. Me too. Looks like a lot of us are. I'm sure he'd want to, Dark Matter. I'm sure he probably wishes that. I don't think he's a bush kind of guy anyways. That back sucks. Mine kills me if I stand too long or sit too long. Exactly. I can't sit or stand with crap. I have to be. That's why I don't do my live streams very long, and I used to get up and take breaks all the time. Have to be lying on my side and taking a walk and changing it up back and forth. Wow, I can't believe it, man. I got a freaking buff from the last Grown Up in the Woods. And she's been commenting on my videos, and we've been talking back and forth all month, and all this time I had this in the mail. Oh, I can't wait to get on Messenger tonight and thank the last Grown Up in the Woods for this, one of her last buffs. Man, $30. I just couldn't afford one. I only had a few left. This is so cool. Yeah, Survivor Metal Man. You got to take lots of walks and keep moving. You know, when I was at my worst with my back, I would have to, this is one of the reasons I hardly watch TV anymore. It seems like I watched TV for 7 years. I would have to lay in the recliner, a specific recliner, that I could actually lean back and lay on my side, and every 15, 20 minutes, get up and take a 5-minute walk. It was that way for a long time. I was skin and bone. I was awful. But I counted the average amount of times I walked out my front door every day for a brief walk for some back pain relief was 35 to 45 times a day. I was going out the front door for a little walk up and down the street. That was a lot. I was almost doing that recently. I walk at least 2 miles most nights and then lay on my back. Oh, your knees. That scares me, man. I get one knee that, if I'm not careful, it starts hurting. And man, just a thought, just knowing that any day you could start having something to slow you down from walking is scary. Especially if you're losing weight and really working out and losing weight. That really gets scary. It's like any day something could happen that could limit your mobility. And put a pause on all that. Grateful every day to be able to move and walk. 88 Katana, got a bad back too, and a disc out back in 1991. Apparently spinal degenerative disc disease runs in my family. You know what? I was wondering about that, Torin, Survivor Battle Man. I was wondering about that because my dad has it also. He complains about his back. And when I was finally diagnosed 2 years after complaining about my back pain, the doctor looked at me and asked, "Were you in a car accident?" I'm like, no. Does it look that bad? Like, gosh, you know. I actually cried my eyes out when I was first told that whatever's going on with my back isn't going to be fixable. and I'm going to be like that for the rest of my life. That was devastating. I think I was 33, 34 years old. That was tough to take. It took me a good 7 years to actually find someone who would help me the right way. No one wants to touch a kidney disease or dialysis patient. No one wants to touch that. So it was really tough. I'm real fortunate to have the doctors and everything that I have today. But I've always wondered if that passes along in the family. And I did trace back my injury to where my back started hurting. And it was right after I had sepsis. Sepsis is where you get an infection that goes in your body. I had sepsis twice from these catheters in my neck for dialysis. They get nasty, and dialysis employees don't do their job keeping them clean. And I had sepsis, and it spread throughout my body, and I was in the hospital for a few days, and of course on intravenous antibiotics. And I got lucky. It didn't spread to my brain. I did have some trouble spelling afterwards for a good while. It didn't get to my heart, but I think it spread to my spine, because right around the time that I was being treated for that sepsis, I did slip on the stairs and land on my butt. And that might have done it too, or worsened it. But I think that's what started my degenerative disc disease, and it really sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if that's passed down, like you say. Years of roofing. Ooh, yeah, that's got to be bad on your knees. Oh, 21. That's too young. Yeah, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Yes, blood infection. That's another way to put it, Helga. Yes. Head banging. I know a lot of drummers have problems with the arms and shoulders and stuff. What was it? Was it Metallica's Jason Newsted that had the shoulder problems from all that crazy bass guitar playing? Yep, never take your mobility for granted. It was devastating when I had an actual back doctor, neurologist, give me papers for a handicap plate. Not a handicap placard, but a handicap license plate paper to get, because that told me permanently. It was devastating. You would think you'd jump for joy for getting a handicap plate, not when you're in your early 30s. Would have been nicer to get a placard thinking that you're going to get better. All those guys in metal have bone and spine problems. That's too bad. Yeah. Got to move around all day. That reminds me, I got to make another trip to the store and get me some more icy hot patches before I go to bed. Man, thank God for those. I can't do heat on my back, but I can do cold on the hips. A little different. Heat kills my back. Oh my God. That's the worst for my back. Yeah. A lot of metal people in their late 50s. There wasn't metal back in the 60s and 50s and 40s. All the metal started 70s and 80s. And we're getting our first old heavy metal people. Well, have been for a while. Well, I don't think heavy metal people have as many problems as the football players. That's just a dangerous job. Morning, Wood. How you doing? Great to see you. Did you bring your wood? I love this stuff. It's like a sandwich. Crusty layer of resin down the center. Oh, I should make candy that looks like that. No, I got to stay away from the sugars. I've been a bad girl, been doing sugary treats for my kitchen invite videos. I got to get my sugary treat video up after the live stream. Yes, 67 with Sabbath. That sounds about right. Yeah. And then Aerosmith come around, what, about 70, 71? Candy Holly. Ah, I feel sorry for a lot of you that don't have the gold. I actually truly believed I didn't have Fatwood around here. Took me a good 9-10 months of learning and looking around before I realized I got Fatwood everywhere, everywhere. I can stand out my front porch and see, I think it was 5 or 6 different conifers. There's the white pine, the red pine, the Scotch, the blue spruce. There was hemlock. Oh no, but I just forget that one day there was snow outside and I was standing on my porch and I was like, wow, I've got 5, 6 different types of pines, conifers, and spruces, or conifers. Gotta love the Fatwood. Appreciate having it. Candy Holly, you know, I had kidney disease my whole life and I never understood it till now. Everyone used to say they got a sweet tooth and I joke and say I've got a salt tooth because I'd rather have a corn dog than an ice cream sundae at Dairy Queen. Always been that way since a child. I love salty food. And I've learned it's because of my kidney disease. And once I got that kidney transplant, I got my first sweet tooth. And they warned me about it. And holy crap, I have more appreciation and respect for you people that have trouble putting sweets down. It's like crazy. I never understood it till my transplant. Hey, John, am I Woodsman? Are you back from the trip camping? I'm sure you are. I got stumps all over my lot, but have not found any of the gold. Oh. Yeah, corn dogs are good. Real good. All my life, I'd rather have something salty than, but now it's the opposite. I was so looking forward to this kidney transplant because there were all these things I wanted to eat that I couldn't on dialysis. And the moment I got my kidney transplant, it wasn't night and day. It was before the surgery, after the surgery. It was like boom. Salt was too much and sugar just made me go, yay, more. That was, oh man, that's so, it's like, oh, I finally got over the alcoholism. Now I got to get over this. J-Mac Oregon. Hey, hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming. I love seeing people get out and appreciate and enjoy Michigan. And my Woodsman, I envy you. Although I do get out, I just haven't been on the water yet. Been close. Hopefully next year. Oh, I love candy corn. We better not get started. I'm trying to be so good. Oh, I could go into all the stuff I like right now. I was getting good with my weight loss until I hurt myself. Man, I just found a good exercise regimen to go with my hiking, and I was doing great. I can't wait to do another stop motion video. I have enough clips for another stop motion video. I could have put it up yesterday, but I just wasn't in the mood. I'll save those clips for next Saturday, and hopefully my back will be good enough. I can do some more stop motion clips, but they're going to be night and day because my last stop motion video that I'm going to put up has really nice, beautiful green grass. And right now, fall just turned in 2 days, and the grass is, there's leaves everywhere. That's going to make it really hard to make a stop motion video because there's going to be leaves everywhere. Even though you rake them out of the way, they're still falling. I was having that problem before, but stop motion is going to be a challenge now that fall's here with me doing them on the grass. Got to do one with Bones Yard. Savory. Now, Thanksgiving, you'll see in my video that's coming out after the live stream. I believe I say it in the video, but it doesn't have to be Thanksgiving to enjoy pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread, turkey dinner. I've always done that all year round, but when you go to families and they do it big, yeah, I can look forward to that, but I gotta tell you, we're really lucky these days where we can have it any time of the year. I'm sure back before all the manufacturing and stuff, it wasn't quite as easy to have a pumpkin pie in the off season. I love doing a turkey dinner a couple times a year. Just love it. As a matter of fact, got a big whole chicken in the fridge right now. Chicken prices are down so much. I got a whole chicken to cook up. Ain't decided how I'm going to do that yet. I think we might be in for a colder fall and winter this year. I sure hope so. Survivor Metal Man, if I were in Oklahoma, I would be hoping the same. Absolutely. But up here in Michigan, the what did they call it that one year? The polar vortex. When it gets down below 20 degrees and the wind is too hard and I can't take a walk, that's where I draw the line. But I do love cold weather. And I'd love it even more if I was down in Oklahoma like you, Survivor Metal Man. I totally understand it. I get that. I appreciate that. Sue Nelson showed me him. I know a guy on here named Bones Yard once. I think he cooked as well. Yes. Yes, Bones Yard is a great channel. He's Manland's brother, and we're so grateful that he decided to start a channel a year ago, and he does the Army Men Wars. And it's been a year since I've done Army Men's Wars with Bones Yard. And I've already got some ideas planned, and I wanted to do one today, but my back's just not ready. But I think I'm going to have him. I've only got a ninja character. I've got like really teeny tiny army men, but those are hard to do videos with because they're so tiny. But I got a big red samurai dude. So Bones Yard's going to be Samurai Bones Yard or something like that. And he's going to be hopping up and around on this thing. And I got a little jungle of tiny little Japanese knotweed plants. So he's going to be in the jungle hopping around this. And then he's going to leap onto this big pine knot I have. And I'm going to stop motion him around on that. But I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to, how the story's going to go and how I'm going to put this other clip that I have that I can't mention and incorporate them together. But I hope to get Bones Yard back. He's overdue for an ass kicking. I think the last one, the last video I did against Bones Yard Army Man Wars was I fed him to the moles. I stuck him in the ground in a mole hole and put a ring of fire around him. So I have a mole chewing on him this year. Huh, looks like a jet plane. Pretty cool. I love that piece. I had no idea that piece was that cool when I first grabbed it. It was completely covered in rot and moss. And as I started to uncover it, and the fact that it has an old cut on the end of the branch, I had to doctor that. I had to pretty that up. I had to. I'm really proud of that pine knot. Really hope to find another one cool like that again. Oh, nice. Air plants. I keep forgetting about those. Needs a circle for a moon. I like these ones. They're really fun to do the stop motions with. It's really cool how I've been able to put two together to look like an airplane. That's been really fun. But I need to come up with some more ideas because my stop motion videos are going to get boring if we just keep seeing these little guys zooming around in circles and sounding like NASCARs and roller coasters and shit, motorcycles. But it is pretty cool how some of them look like got that aerodynamic look to them. This one is crusty as hell. You could just if you wanted to, you could just scratch this a little bit and it would be dark red. It's hard to see, but all of this isn't dirt. It's little resin bubbles. Crusty resin bubbles. You can tell with a piece of fatwood when it's gray like this that it's been exposed to the sunlight, I've noticed. If you get a darker piece or more like this color, it's not quite exposed to the sun. But that bright gray color is what you find in the sunlight, and that actually draws some of the resin out, which doesn't really harm it any. Unless it all falls off like dust and you can't collect it. Keep getting. I should have brushed these off before I brought them in the house. I'm going to have to whip out the vacuum cleaner. Oh, speaking of cook, I never do cooking videos. I think I've only done 3 or 4 cooking videos since I've been on YouTube. And I think I even got it in my description. I said something like, if I let you join me for lunch, consider yourself lucky because I don't do cooking videos or something like that. But I had James, old school from with a modern twist. He's been wanting to see me do my homemade noodles again. And a few people have asked if I cook. So I thought, well, I'll give everyone a week of show what I usually cook to eat at home. I cook every day. I'm surprised there's people that don't cook. I wonder how they eat. Oh yes, Survivor Metal Man. It is a lot of work. Thank you. It's very cool and fun. Filming it is a great workout and exercise, but the editing, whew, sometimes the editing can be. Okay, John, am I Wisman? You've got a lot of editing to do too. I can understand that. Take care and hope you get that put together and don't spend all night doing it. I have a quicker, easier way to edit my stop motion, but they don't turn out as well. It's a real bummer. Oh, thanks, Helga. I'm surprised that so many people like the cooking videos. Thank you. Try to give everyone a little idea of what I cook around the house. I used to be a big time cooker. I used to cook big time, big meals. I used to have big family to cook for, and things have changed. And now I just cook for myself, and it's so different. And man, my appetite changed with that transplant. Whew. I think some people like to be made hungry because I notice people go back and watch them. tonight's video, my kitchen invite, will be about the treats that I take on my hikes. Because I wanted to do a breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snack, barbecue, and a little extra something. Oh, that's pretty cool. I just learned about J Mac Organ's channel, and he does some pretty cool cooking videos. You cook some pretty cool stuff, and I can, that's a different way of cooking that I'm not used to seeing, and I like the editing too. Moose poops. Oh, no, 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 no. No Triumph screen print. No, no, no. Those were the treats that I ate while I was on the Alone series. Wink, wink. The treats I take with me when I go hiking, I make those at home, and they're not poopy. If any one of you have missed that video, Sheiliza Alone, my Alone parody, I was staying fat and healthy on mystery treats that I kept finding on the ground. I'm actually hoping I don't hit 1,000 for a few more weeks, because I would like to incorporate that with my 2-year creating videos anniversary. Thanks, Carm. So what was the label with the Fatwood and your picture? Was it your wood? Oh, the label is my channel sticker. Okay, for those of you that are wondering what J-Mac is talking about, he came to my channel and said someone had gifted him Fatwood with my label on it, my picture on it. It was Sid's dad, George Romo, that sent J-Mac Oregon some Fatwood. And George Romo put it in this really cool, I think it might have been a tennis ball container, put my Annie Oakley Sheiliza O'Shell YouTube sticker on it, and some Fatwood in there. So I'd have to assume that's Fatwood from me, because I sent George Romo quite a bit. I sent a lot of people Fatwood, and he gifted it to J-Mac, and that's pretty cool. So I would assume that's Fatwood for me, J-Mac. I love sharing this Fatwood. I find some of the coolest Fatwood. Just can't help but want to say, look what I found. This is so cool. Light it up, burn it, take a whiff. So many different smells, so many different parts of the tree that the wood comes from. It's just so fascinating, all the different things about it. A lot of people are pretty content with just knowing that they've got wood with pine resin in it. But me, I wanted to know more, and I still want to know more. It's how I've always been. It'd be interesting to see what my next addiction will be. Oh, I want to know more. Surprised I've been on the Fatwood this long, but I am just fascinated by it. And now James Humrick, old school with a modern twist, has me want to go look for lodge pine. Well, J-Mac, if you're in Oregon, you should have some of the best Fatwood, but I'm not sure how easy it would be to find. It's been a long time since I've been back to Oregon. But if you've got coastal Douglas fir in your area, that's got some of the best Fatwood in it. Yeah, that helps your primitive cooking videos for sure. Yep, it's a nice fire starter, nice and natural, good stuff. Oh, thanks, Survivor Metal Man. Look at that silly emoji. Speaking of emojis, you know, they seem to have taken away some of the cool gun emojis or changed them to squirt guns. I think you can still use the gun emoji here, but nowhere else. So I went and I sought out, yep, you can use the. So I went and sought out some gun emojis because they took them away. It's cool. You can still use them in here. People must be making threats to each other or something. But they've been changing the gun emojis and stuff to squirt guns. And I actually found this really cool gun emoji. Where did it go? No, that's not it. They got these really cool ones that look like ARs and automatic assault rifles. Text, picture, fancy decoration. There we go. No. I can share this actually. I can't imagine I can't share this. Nope, that's not what I want. I'll share this with you. It's a cool symbol picker. Oh, it's the liberal agenda. So, okay, good, I'm sharing. Okay. There's all kinds of silly emojis that you can put. Some work, some don't because they're so extravagant. But there's this really, no, this one wouldn't work, I don't think. Let me see. I tried putting this in Stalker Steve's last night and it wouldn't go. Yep, see, takes it away. But I think, which one worked? This one worked. I'm like, hey, this is cool. This is pretty fun stuff. Pow, pow. Oh, now you can tell the lag because they're popping up before I'm talking. Some funny shit in here. Oh, yeah, this one's pretty cool. Let's see if I can find it. Moves because there we go. All right, I'll stop playing around now. No, good old emoji fun. I always thought this stuff was for babies, and now I'm gone getting emoji happy. Let's see here. Paste that one in there for you. Do you have a tree ambassador group in your state? Oh, interesting question. I honestly don't know what that is. You know, when I was trying to find the gosh darn inland Douglas fir here in Michigan, I was tempted to start really researching professionals or arborists or going to tree farms to help me understand and recognize the Douglas fir, but I was able to find it myself. A tree ambassador group. Tree ambassador group. Sounds like fun. I'm gonna have to write that one down. Tell me more about it there, SKS. Oh, and welcome. Good to see you, SKS. Google, Twitter, they're all on it. The commies. Oh, yeah. But I can get past it. They can't make me use a squirt gun anytime I'm trying to use a real gun emoji. I'll find something. Oh. Okay, where is my paper? I gotta write that down. Time is 8:40. We'll run another 15 minutes. I gotta put my paper. My BF is a member in Washington. She gives tree walks. Nice. You see, before my kidney transplant, I was a member. Well, I'm still a member of the Bluebird Society, and they do awesome night walks, owl walks, bird walks. And I was having trouble getting back into it with my health. And then I got into Fatwood, and the bird group just kind of went off to the side. I'm still hoping to go with my bird group here soon for the sandhill crane migration. I missed it last year because of flooding. But I'd love to get into tree ambassador group. Where do you buy leashes for trees at? Is that a snipers? 100+ members here. Awesome. And that's just for the state? Yeah, I need to get serious and get into some tree walks or something like that, because my whole life I've been envious of my outdoor friends. I have a really good friend. He's a woodsman, and he's always chopped his own wood and kept his house warm with wood. He's always known everything out in the woods. And, you know, this is a cherry tree and this is an ash and blah, 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 blah. It's always like, I'm so envious. How do you know? And it would happen so fast. He'd never take the time to teach me. But I'm always wanting to know, get familiar with. And you only live so long. You can only learn so much about so many things. Yeah. I'm very envious of. I'm so glad, Survivor Metal Man, that you were able to pass on getting your gas hooked up, the new gas line hooked up to your house. That's just too cool that you can heat your house with your wood stove and not have to worry about any kind of gas leak or anything because it's not connected to your house. That's just too cool. There is an old oak tree down the street that looks like it would like to spread its roots and walk a couple knots. Not too tight. Yeah, I'm guilty. I like big knots. Especially the juicy ones. Just not the crusty ones. That was a messy nut. Okay, J-Mac. It was so cool to meet you and see you here on the chat. And I look forward to seeing some of your videos. I can't hardly watch any videos anymore, but when I do, I enjoy them. All right. Take care and thank you again, J-Mac. I wish I could remember what I wanted to come up with for trivia tonight. We could do a quick fun one, but you know what? Yeah, it's just a nice hangout. Fatwood Anonymous, run an hour late. Wish I had a fire set up. It's really hard to get a good night to do an outdoor Fatwood Anonymous. Still haven't pulled that one off yet. Thanks, J-Mac. Take care. Well, you know what? I've had a lot of fun tonight, and I think we can wrap it up at 8:45 tonight. I usually run from 6:30 to 8:30, and we're gonna skip the trivia. And anyone from Oregon can't be half bad, right, sis? Right, very right. Gosh, I got to get back to Oregon. Got to see my family and smell the air. Okay. Good to see you. Take care, Sappy Dark, Triumph Screen Printing, Survivor Middleman, Helga, all of you out there who are watching and not in the chat, and anyone else that I may have missed. Really appreciate you all coming by, and I will see you all in 2 weeks for another Fatwood Anonymous. I may be doing another live stream soon for my Douglas Fir series finale. It will be a 15 to 20 minute live stream showing the video that I've edited live, and I'll watch it together and hold a discussion and question and answer afterwards. quick and simple. So look forward to that. And later, take care. Thanks again. Stay happy.